Okay, we're ready for video number 3. Give a little time for it to show up in news feed so you guys can jump on in for this part of class, and I hope that you have your mystery stamping items ready. If you're watching the replay, you can still participate in mystery stamping and post a picture of your card in that thread and be entered for a chance to win the prize. Where is the prize, by the way? I guess I could bring that out. And we'll put that with the mystery stamping stuff.
You want to show it?
In a minute when we do. I'm just finding the video on my iPad. Pop up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Says I can be the first to write a comment.
We'll wait just a little bit longer. Let some people join. There we go. I think it's finally popping up. And we have just a little bit of a delay. Well, Donna's back.
We didn't scare her off.
No, do you have all those Christmas cards addressed, LD? I love that you're sending so many. I also love just, you know, how on the ball you are, already getting your Christmas cards out. Hello.
She's welcome to come address ours.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. I know what I'm doing for my Christmas card. Does that count? And I may even sign them this year when I send them out. How does that sound? I've been known to forget to sign them.
Donna Fenton's back.
Welcome back, Donna. Just giving a little bit more time for people to be able to find it in their news feed and hop back on. And Sherry's back. Yay. I'm assuming you're saying that counts, right, LD? So we have done a portrait and a landscape bridge fold card. And now we're going to step it up a notch. And we're going to make one that fits in a business or legal sized envelope. And I hope that this really makes you happy like it does me. I love this card. It's a little bit, okay. Let me move the camera up just a little bit. Y'all hold on for the ride. Is that better? Might take a minute to refresh. That should help. Okay. I'm really enjoying this blue background.
Baby Ruth's back.
Hey, Baby Ruth. This was part of our Onstage Swag box, and so I'm really enjoying that. I think that the video is really clear having that blue background, so I may have to come up with something different in the future for my videos than just the grid paper. And what's nice is it still has the grid to line things up on. Okay, here we go. Let me show you this card that fits in a business or legal sized envelope. And I hope that y'all love it. Again, the bridge fold, so it does stand up and can be displayed. But this one has got a lot of dimension and a technique that we're going to show you. And you're actually going to get a sneak peek of one of the brand new products that will be coming out in our upcoming January through June mini catalog. So we've got a new catalog coming soon, you guys. I'm really, really excited about it. It was revealed to us when we went to our Onstage convention. We did a virtual convention.
Well, Donna gave you a wow 1.
Yay.
And Sherry gave you a wow with 2 exclamation points.
I was so happy when I finished this card. It turned out just like I wanted it to in my head. Does that ever happen where you're able to actually bring that creative idea from your head straight out to paper and it actually works? So this paper has the foiling, but it's the story that I told you about. So what I wanted this to look like is that the sleigh and the reindeer were actually kind of jumping out of the book and coming to life. So that's what I was trying to do. And I'll bring it closer to where you can see the color blending that we did on that background. Just took a piece of the Designer Series paper. And once I do that color blending, then we ran it through the Evergreen Forest embossing folder just to add a little bit more texture. The trees don't show up quite as well as I wanted them to, but I do still love the way that it gives a little bit more texture. So let me show you how we made this card. First up, we've got some cheat notes somewhere, if I haven't buried them, to give you the dimensions. And again, we will do a PDF tutorial for you. It'll probably be a little bit later in the week. That may be what I do after Thanksgiving dinner, is do our tutorial. So this time our card base is longer. It's 11 inches by 4 inches. And I thought, why is it 4 inches? When I watched a video, a girl showed, I don't remember, I think it was also a Christmas card that I got these dimensions from. I don't remember what product. It was from a couple years ago. So it's 11 inches by 4 inches, but if you make it 4 1/4, it won't fit in the business envelope. So that's why. 11 by 4, and then you're going to score at 1 1/2, 3 inches, 8 inches, and then 9 1/2. So let me find my bone folder and we'll go ahead. I folded this once, but let's go ahead and kind of reinforce and burnish those score lines.
Jan's back.
Welcome back, Jan.
Lisa says hello.
Hello, Lisa. So we're just going to burnish that really well. And that is one of the keys to making these cards kind of pop when you take them out of the envelope, is to make sure that you burnish those score lines well. So be sure and take the time to do that. And if you don't have a bone folder, I know where you can get one, but you could also use the side of a block. There's lots of ways that you can burnish those folds, and you want to be sure you go ahead and do that. So let me move this out of the way. I have a little scrap of cardstock I'm going to bring in, and then I have the piece of Designer Series paper that we're going to do some color blending on. And I probably should have grabbed a silicone craft sheet. Let me do that right quick. So I'm going to do the color blending here, and then Dale is going to quickly run that piece through this, whoops, I've got it upside down, through this Evergreen Forest embossing folder. And it is just beautiful. I've used that several times. So here's the sneak peek that you guys get to see. We have a new set of blending brushes that will be coming out in our upcoming catalog. So let me show you. It's a set of 3. And these are actually brushes. At first it looks like maybe it's a piece of foam, but they're actually brushes with very fine little brush pieces there that you're able to add the color with. So I'm going to bring in a couple of different ink pads. I thought I'd show you too on this piece of Whisper White. We tried this on at first, where you can really kind of see those trees coming through, and then we had the aha moment of, hey, why don't we color the Designer Series paper? So we're going to use Shaded Spruce and then Misty Moonlight. So I'll come in first, just kind of dab that brush into the green, and I'm just going to kind of add some color, almost like you're using a sponge or a sponge dauber, to the edges. I really like that effect, to have that darker look around the edges. And of course you can continue to add color, so go a little bit lighter to begin with, and then continue to layer that color on until you get it like you like it. And everybody holds their sponge daubers and sponges a little bit differently, this brush a little differently, so you get a different effect as you're putting that color on. And once you have around the edges, you can come in kind of with just a circular motion and just add a little bit of green. And I'm doing that towards the bottom. I like to have that little piece of scrap paper available so that I can make sure I don't get just a bunch of ink at one time. Okay, I think that looks pretty good for our green. Now let's go in.
Lisa says she knows the cards.
Oh, good.
She says it looks amazing.
Good, I'm glad y'all like it.
It's easy.
It is easy. That's the great part about it. It's got a couple little tricks to it, but hey, once you know the tricks, whoops, let me go ahead and add some color on the edges first. So almost using it like a sponge or sponge dauber. And I really liked the sky being a little bit darker around at least one of the edges. Now I know a lot of you guys are really good at, you know, color blending and those kind of techniques. These brushes are really, really neat. So I know sometimes people use makeup sponges, makeup brushes. I was very, very excited when we saw these, when we attended On Stage, that they showed a couple of different demonstrations using these. I'm just continuing. I kind of got a little bit extra in this corner, so I'm just going to kind of go with it and make that corner a little bit darker. So I love that you can just add however much you like. And I know that my trees are going to be down in there, but I want a little bit of the blue sky. So I think it's time to stop. That's the hardest part, is kind of knowing. So here we go. Before we emboss it, I think it's still really pretty, but I do want to pass this off to Dale so that he can use that embossing folder for me right quick. Thanks, Dee. Yeah, and I still did get a little bit of ink on my paper here, my grid paper, so let me make sure I can get that off to try not to have a boo-boo here in a minute. Okay, we will go ahead and adhere these side pieces while he's working on that. I can find my liquid glue. This paper is just so pretty. If you are a scrapbooker, I would highly recommend this paper. It would be gorgeous for Christmas layouts. Let that dry for just a second. And I liked having the pieces, like I said, to where it was almost like it was a page from a book. So on each of these folds, I put just a little piece of the Designer Series paper. I did consider adding the color all the way across, but I thought that it really highlighted that center piece to leave the others just plain. Let me make sure I'm getting that on right. I don't want to be upside down. So yes, I think it was Judy that said it's an easy card, and it is. And I'm making a mistake though, you know it? Because I want my window sheet underneath that Designer Series paper. So I do have a strip of window sheet, and that's what we're actually adding our sleigh to. But it's okay. Once again, we can make it work. I think I can get this back up. And that's actually our bridge. This window sheet is. I hope I can get it back up. Yes, I can. I just get so excited, you guys. Just get too excited. we're going to be okay. I may have to trim that window sheet off just a little bit because I didn't go all the way across. We're fine. Woo, crisis averted once again. I'm going to pass that off to Dale right quick so he can trim that little bit of window sheet off the edge, and then we'll put our final piece of paper. Sometimes I just get so excited. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay. Sometimes I just get too excited, y'all. So yeah, that's what's forming our bridge this time. And now, I get to try to slide this in there and not get glue everywhere. We can do it though, right? Sure. We've got this. Okay, we'll let that dry for just a minute. Yep, we're gonna work well. Now we're also gonna need to slide this piece in, and I'm hoping that some of that embossing will show up on camera. It's just beautiful. And ideally, I would have put this piece in first and then put my bridge, but I didn't, so it's okay. I put a little bit of extra liquid glue since it is embossed, and I want to make sure it stays in place. Pick that up so I can kind of get it lined up here. So let me know if that really does look like a book to you guys. That's really what I was going for. Thought this would be a sweet little card for a child. How fun to take it out of the envelope and have it pop up with Santa's sleigh. Okay. We're good?
Good.
All right. I'm probably making everybody nervous this morning, making so many mistakes. But we can always recover from them. Let me find my dimensionals. And I think the next step is going to be to put on our sleigh. Let me find our sleigh. Okay, got it. So I went ahead and did some stamping ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. And again, because this needed to be die cut. Not sure that it will show up on the camera, but I did put quite a bit of Wink of Stella. I really love using that Wink of Stella brush to just add that shimmer to the sleigh and pull some of the cherry cobbler down onto the crumb cake cardstock. I think it really makes it magical to have a little bit, trying to figure out exactly where I positioned this guy. I think it makes it really magical to have that little bit of shimmer on the sleigh. And I'm putting that right down at the bottom of the window sheet. Okay. And then the next thing that we need to add is over to the left, we're going to add this deer. Now I actually, because he's on the window sheet, I just put a little bit of liquid glue on his head. Or a lot, I just put a lot. But I'm just adhering him with that liquid glue. I'm going to put him right about here. And I knew that I wanted another deer to kind of be in the background. But this guy I wanted towards the front. Now I also need to do just a little bit of stamping. There's like a little medallion in this die set, and I've used it quite a bit for different little Christmas tags and that type stuff. This time we're using cherry cobbler ink, and that's what that medallion is cut from as well. And this little stamp says North Pole, and it's reindeer freight. So let me see if I can get this lined up pretty well. It's a little bit over to the side, but I think I had stamped one earlier. I had that looks a little bit better, so we'll swap those out, y'all. So I'm just going to adhere that to our little medallion. Layer that on. And this medallion, I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's got beautiful stitching, which I love that. Just those other little details really add. Can you not find it?
It's frozen.
Oh, the iPad's frozen, y'all. Sorry, we can't see comments right now. Okay, so again, just a little bit of liquid glue on this side. And I'm just going to attach it up here to where it's on this end panel. Make sure it's straight. So that when the card is standing, it pops up like that. Okay, we'll give that a minute to dry. So we're coming right along here. I did want to go ahead and just add a little bit of greenery to kind of cover up back behind the sleigh. And on that other side by the reindeer. So I just slipped these underneath. Just put a little bit of liquid glue on the tip. We've got another train coming back through, y'all. And I may have trimmed those. Let me put this one over here because it's a little bit longer. Just kind of slid this underneath that deer's leg. So really you could embellish this however you wanted to. I just liked having that little bit of color. And this one may be a little bit too long. I think I'll snip a bit of him off. And I am using, off camera, but I'm using my silicone craft sheet. I've just got a little dab of glue that I'm dipping this greenery into. And you always want to stay mindful that you're staying on the card.
Jan wants to know where you get the clear.
Oh, the window sheets. Good question. We do have window sheets in our Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. They come in 12 by 12. So you're just able to cut those down just like you do with paper by using your trimmer. But yes, we do have them in the catalog. I'll try to remember to go back and find what page they're on. Now this other little deer, I'm just going to put him back behind. And let me put a little bit of glue on him. I actually have 2 more deer that we cut. So y'all let me know if you think we should add an additional one. We could. Yeah, he's in pretty good position. Let me know what you think. If you think another one would be good, we've got him. I'll let y'all kind of vote if we want 2 deer on this one or 3. Because we've got room for another one back behind the sleigh. We'll watch for just a minute. Is it frozen again?
Yeah, Jan loves the card.
Oh, good. I was really happy with how it turned out. And I love the fact that you can use one in a business or legal sized envelope too. So it looks really pretty standing up. And it's got that vintage feel, which I just love. I hope y'all are excited about these blending brushes too.
Baby Ruth says 2.
2? Okay.
And she says the window sheets are, she gave the number and page number.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And I appreciate you doing that. And
Sure.
I don't remember, they're very inexpensive, you know, because most of the time you're not going to be using a large piece, so you can really stretch those, but you do get 2 12 by 12 window sheets.
Sherry thinks 3 would be too many.
Oh, 3 would be too many. Okay, we're going to go with 2 then. We've got a couple of votes, and so, yeah, sometimes less is more. Okay, I just love these deer. They're so amazing. The die cuts are just so pretty.
It's under the brush foil.
Oh, yeah, they are out of the brush foil that I forgot to show you at first. And I love the foil sheets that we have, but that brushed metallic paper, it's really called brushed metallic cardstock. It just has a little bit different feel to it, and it's really, really pretty. So let me bring back the one that is dry, the one we created earlier, and again show you. You just fold it flat, and it slides right in the envelope. So this is why, though, I said 4 inches wide, because it just fits very snugly in there. And then they bring it out and pops up, and it's a wow. So let me go ahead and bring back in a couple of the other cards that we worked on today while you guys grab your mystery stamping items. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this class. A lot of times I try to mix things up when we do a fun fold and do more than one fun fold, but I really felt like this was one that had so many options. I really wanted to show you guys different options that you had. So you can start out fairly simple and straightforward, and then you can step it up. Now you can also add another bridge in this area, and you can actually have even more dimension. So you could make that bridge as wide as you wanted to, and then would just have to do the measurements and the scoring so that you could put that extra layer in there. So the card that I saw had some houses, and so they had the houses across the front and trees on the bridge in the middle, and then could even put some things on the back too. So just lots of options with this. If you guys create a bridge fold card, please share with us. We love seeing your creations, but anything that you've been working on in the last couple of weeks, you can share in the virtual swap. Okay, who is ready for mystery stamping? And first, let me show you what our prize is this month. So I've got a package of the 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 stack. It's really, really pretty paper. It's a lot of fun to work with. So that is our prize this month. And the way that you enter for a chance to win is by playing along with us for mystery stamping and then posting a picture on the mystery stamping thread. And I've already put that in our group. So you can just go in and drop a picture in the comments. I love that we all use the same measurements, but our supplies are different, so we get such different effects with the cards that we make. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me find my mystery stamping card. And you had clue number 1 and clue number 2. So go ahead and pull out your card base, and clue 3 will be for you to go ahead and fold your card back. And if you'll just drop a comment that you are done, or clue 3 done. It may have a little bit of a lag, but we'll give you time to get your card base folded. And remember that it's the same measurements as this first card that we did, so that's the way that it's going to look when you have it folded.
Lisa says she can't wait to get home and make some of these cards.
Oh, good, good. They're a lot of fun. I can't believe that I'd never made bridge fold cards before. You know, I've seen too people using die cuts. There's just so much. And y'all are so imaginative and creative, so I'm excited to see what you come up with.
She said, Jan needs you to repeat the clue.
Clue number 3 is to fold your card base on the score lines. And then just let us know when you have that done.
Baby Ruth's done now.
Okay, perfect. We'll wait for a couple to be done before we move on.
Sherry's done.
Sherry's done. Good deal.
Jan's okay.
Okay, good. All right. So now that you have it folded, I think the next step, clue number 4, we'll go ahead. You've got 2 pieces that are alike of designer series paper. Go ahead and adhere them on this outer edge of your card base. Go ahead and adhere those 2 pieces of designer series paper.
Becky's pacing herself. She's
Okay.
not really slow.
Okay. You pace yourself, Becky. You do you, girl. You're doing fine. I'm just excited that you're participating and everybody's jumping in to do this. And I'll be honest with y'all, my first bridge fold card was a little bit of a hot mess. So if you've never done one before, just we're just learning, right? That's what we're here for. Let me know when you've got clue 4 done to adhere those 2 pieces of designer series paper on those outer edges of your card base. And we'll wait just a little bit.
Jan's done with number 4.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting us know. There seems to be a little bit longer delay today with the lag time with Facebook, but we'll make it.
Baby Ruth got number 4 done.
Okay, thank you. Wait just a couple more seconds and we'll move on to clue number 5.
Sherry's done.
Okay, great. All right, you should have a coordinating piece of cardstock. So clue number 5 is to go ahead and adhere it. So it's going to go down in here. Your coordinating color of cardstock. Go ahead and add that layer. Adhere it in.
Judy was done with number 4.
Okay, great. Got a lot of people doing mystery stamping today. Yay! So I have to go to work after this for a few hours, so it may be this evening before I come back in and see your cards, but I definitely will. When I get off work, I'll check back in. Just let us know when you're done with clue number 5, adhering that piece of coordinating cardstock. Now you could omit that part and just maybe ink around the edges of your other piece that's either vanilla or white. Up to you. Whatever look that you like. Did we freeze again?
Yep.
I'm having trouble with my iPad. It's an older one though.
Jan's done with number 5.
Okay, we have a couple done with number 5.
We just got the one.
Jan right now. Okay, we'll wait just a little bit then and let everybody have time to get that
Baby
piece.
Ruth's done.
Okay.
Is Jan's granddaughter making one with
Oh,
her?
is Mackenzie crafting with you, Jan?
Sherry's done.
Okay, great. Now go ahead and take your piece of white or vanilla cardstock and go ahead and stamp your sentiment on it wherever you want. And then once you have that done, you're going to adhere it in the center here over that piece of coordinating cardstock. So you're just going to have a very, very tiny border to mat that sentiment. So go ahead and stamp your sentiment. And depending on where you stamp your sentiment will depend on where you attach your bridge. So let's see, that's clue number 6, isn't it? I think so.
Yes. Jan says she did hers in the break.
Did yours in the what?
Jan said her granddaughter did hers in the break.
Oh, okay. That's fun to have her there with you, though. I don't get to craft with Tara very often anymore, especially
Sherry,
right now.
Sherry wants to know what size the white cardstock is supposed to be.
I want to say it's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, Sherry.
Yes.
Yes. And then your coordinating cardstock would have been
2 7/8.
Yeah, 2 7/8.
And 3 7/8.
Yeah, it was on mystery stamping, but just you just want a little bit of a border. A 4 1/8. That may have been 4 1/8, Dale. We can grab a ruler if we need to. Just let us know. I don't have that in front of me right now.
There's your.
You want to grab a ruler?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. We'll be right back with you. We'll measure mine. We'll give you both the that layer and then your white piece.
The layer is okay.
What's the white piece?
The white piece is exactly 4.
I think by 2 3/4.
Yes.
Okay.
2 3/4 by 4.
Okay, thank you. So then it's 4 1/8 and 2 7/8 for your coordinating cardstock. We good?
Yes.
Okay, you guys just let us know when you've got your sentiments stamped and when you've got that layer adhered. I think that's clue number 6. I'll just wait a couple minutes.
And if we mess up, do we have a chance for an embellishment?
We do, yes. There's always an opportunity for embellishment, isn't there?
Judy's done with number 6.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting us know. We'll wait for one other person to report back and then we'll move on. Because we're almost done, you guys. These really are easy cards. Straightforward, I guess I should say. Once you know kind of the little tricks to them. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward to clue number 7. And that is to go ahead and adhere that other piece of designer series paper to your long piece of coordinating cardstock to form your bridge. Adhere your designer series paper to that other piece, that long piece of coordinating cardstock. So that piece is 5 1/2 by 1 1/4 inch, and your designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 1 inch. So again, this is a nice way to use up those scraps of designer series paper. I always love having ways to use those up. And a lot of times we have pieces that end up being an inch wide, or I do somehow. In the way I cut my paper, I have a lot of strips of paper, so this would be a great way to use it. And just let us know when you have clue number 7 done.
Maybe Ruth got hers on.
All right, great. Wait for a couple people to finish clue number 7. And now we have an airplane going over. Always sound effects for our videos, right?
Jan's got 6 and 7 done.
Okay, perfect.
Sherry's done.
Great. So now it comes time to attach your bridge. So you have to decide if you want your card laying flat like this or if you want to go the other way. It doesn't really matter either way, but you do want it lying flat when you attach your bridge. So your bridge is going all the way across. So you're just going to put that on, and based on your sentiment, you'll place your bridge top, bottom, center. However you stamped your sentiment will kind of help guide you where to put your bridge. So be sure that it's lying flat when you attach it. And you want, this is an interactive card, so I do recommend using liquid glue, tear tape, Stampin' Seal Plus. You want a strong adhesive, because I can tell you, if I got this card in the mail, I would be going back and forth with it and playing with it, so you want to make sure that your card stays together. Use a nice strong adhesive. Let's see, that was clue number 7, right? I didn't write my clues down.
No,
This
that's
clue number 8?
Just attaching the bridge.
Okay, 8 is attaching the bridge. I normally have a little cheat sheet, and I didn't do that this time. Didn't even think about it, y'all.
Becky wants to know what clues 1 through 5 are.
Well, 1 and 2 are your tools and your supplies. Number 3 was to fold your card on the score lines. Number 4 is to attach these Designer Series paper pieces. 5 is to attach the cardstock down inside here, that coordinating cardstock. And I believe 6 was to stamp your sentiment on your other piece of white or vanilla. And then adhere it to that coordinating cardstock in that centerpiece. Then you're going to attach the other piece of Designer Series paper onto your bridge piece, that piece that's going all the way across. And then you'll be caught up to us, Becky. You may have to go back and watch the replay, and that's fine. So let us know when you have your bridge attached, when you're finished with clue number 8.
Baby Ruth's done.
Okay, thanks, Baby Ruth. You've already had a busy day. So we're attaching our bridge, kind of based on where you've stamped your sentiment.
Sherry's done with number 8.
Okay, great. And then I did have you get out anywhere between 2 and 5 small to medium die cuts or punched images. Is something to embellish, and I put my embellishments on the bridge. Now you can certainly put yours wherever you want. So we'll give you just a little bit. Clue number 9, to add your embellishments. You could embellish with ribbon, rhinestones, any kind of bling. But if you've got some die cuts that coordinate. I know Judy loves the little tree punch, and I can't think of the name of it right offhand. It actually carried over from last year, but that would be a perfect little embellishment on this card. I'm using the bells, but I'm excited to see what embellishments you guys chose. helps. Let us know when you've got clue number 9 done. And that is going to complete our card. And so I will reveal my mystery stamping card here in just a minute. We love to embellish, right? It's our favorite.
The third card you did looks cool.
Oh, does it? Yeah, I love learning new things, and I love teaching you guys new, whether it's techniques or getting to show you those new brushes. Those are really cool. I'm not one for color blending and that type thing, but I think I will be. And those you can wash and then just reuse them. They may stain a little bit, but you can wash them and then reuse them.
Baby Ruth done with number 9.
Baby Ruth's done with number 9. Okay, we'll wait for another 1 or 2 people to be done embellishing, and then we'll do the reveal. And I'm so excited to see y'all's projects. Hope that everybody has a good weekend.
Sherry's done.
Okay, awesome. We got our shopping done. We have been using the Super One curbside service for a couple of years. And man, that was the easiest Thanksgiving shopping ever. We love our girl Summer that takes care of us. I hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving. It may look a little different this year than normal, but there's still so much to be thankful for. Okay, just a reminder, when you place a photo of your mystery stamping card on that mystery stamping thread, then you'll be entered for a chance to win this package of 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. You're going to love it. It's so, so pretty. And let me go ahead and move these out of the way, and I will bring in my mystery stamping card and reveal that to you guys. So I decided to use the bells, and I actually even stamped some bells there in the background. I think we ended up using Smoky Slate ink, and I have to say I think the bells look really pretty stamped in that color. Of course, added a little bit of Wink of Stella and then had to use that fabulous ribbon. So put my bridge towards the bottom of my card, but that is my mystery stamping card. So I hope you guys enjoyed class today. I really appreciate you being here. As usual, if you need any supplies for your crafting, I would love it if you shop with me. I appreciate you, my customers, so much, and also a lot of people that join us for class are my team members. I love my Super Inspired Stampers team. We have lots of fun, very good friendships. It's awesome. So thanks for being part of class today, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Let us know if you have any questions, and we will work on a PDF tutorial for you with all of the measurements. Thanks so much. Talk to y'all soon.